and we have been married for 50 years. We're Parker and Sandy DeVore. We've had a lot of questions about what is the secret to our marriage.
50 years is quite an accomplishment. It requires a lot of patience, requires the Lord, and we discovered in hindsight 2 other things that worked for us. Sorry my voice is so rough. I had a stroke about 7 months ago and just getting back to talking good.
He's doing amazing.
I think you're cute.
I found him at the fair. Back in the day, I took a bunch of kids to the fair. Back then, I knew just about everyone at the fair. So as I was at the back of the fairgrounds, I heard this, "Hey girl, stop!" And Parker and one of his working buddies came running up to me.
Yes.
And so it's always been a running joke that we found each other at the fair. Our first secret is having the Lord as our foundation. Because when we have Him as our foundation, I know how Parker is going to react to things. And I know how I'm going to react to things. Right after we married, we were told that whenever there was an issue or a problem, stop and think about it. Is it going to matter a year from now? Because there's been so many wars fought in marriages that will not matter 2 days from now. And so we've tried to live under that philosophy.
If it is going to matter a year from now, then fight the war. But if it's not going to matter a year from now, let it go. Come back to it 2 or 3 days later.
We have never gone to bed angry at each other. There's been a lot of nights we've been up late.
It all boils down to we made a choice, a deliberate choice not to fight. And we've been able to hold to that pretty good.
One time, we took a class called Love and Respect. And in that class, in Ephesians, it talks about the husbands are to love their wives, but we are to respect our husbands. And that there again, with God being our foundation, when I respect Him,
And I love her.
I will not say or do things that would disrespect Him in any way. As the head of our household, He would be taking care of us.
I would come to her and say, we've got this problem coming up. Be praying about it. And 3 days later, she'd say, what about the problem that we had? And I'd say, oh, don't worry about that. That's cleared itself up in 15 minutes.
We were young. We are actually Ed Sheeran's song about
We're
we were just kids when we fell in love. I was 17, he was 19. The only stipulation actually is that my father told him I had to finish school. And
she finished we married between our 11th and 12th grade. How does 2 people know whenever they're so young? And my answer is they don't. And they face toward each other and they resolve problems as they come up and they move on to the next day.
He looked at my mom at my graduation for master's and said, "Do you think her dad would be pleased? She's graduated." And my mom said, "I think he would be pleased. You've done well, son." And we've had many miracles in our life. That God gave us 2 beautiful little children. They were 3 and 4, Stephen and Stephanie, and they've now been with us for 43 years. That's what happens when you've been married this long. Now we have grandchildren, and we actually have a great-grandchild. We didn't have hobbies together, but we found common interests that were uncommon to most people. I will say I'm very fortunate. This man, when I started running, has supported me at races. He would be at mile 4 for me and my running buddies to throw our jackets off, and he would carry them back to our vehicles or whatever and keep them for us until we finished the race. And that's just so sweet. A lot of people wouldn't do that for their spouse, and he has done that. Supported me in about everything that I've done.
I think about God giving us a miracle in the house we built.
He did. We were wanting to build the house that we raised our children in, and had prayed about it and went to the banks and asked them different questions.
It was an unconventional design.
And so one day Parker calls me and he says, "We have it." Right after that, we started building on our home.
This is a 3,500 square foot house. It had 2 people in it. There were rooms that we didn't go in for 6 months at a time.
Right.
So it was time for it to go away.
We had owned a motor coach company. We took senior citizens on trips, and there was a common theme that when they retired, they were always going to travel together. And at the point of being able to retire, something happened where they couldn't travel. And Parker told me one time, he said, "Okay, we're not going there."
Sold the house.
Sold the house, bought our travel trailer and truck, and we took off. We realized coming through Minnesota one time that we had visited all of the lower 48 states.
I want to get past my stroke, and I want to go on teaching the world to live together in peace, to run their households in harmony. There's many changes that happen in the course of a marriage of 50 years.
There's something about the years that are around 7. You know, when you first marry.
Like 7, 14, 21, 28, divisible by 7.
What happens, there's changes that occur in your lives. Around 7, maybe you're having children. And so it's no longer just the 2 of you, but you have these little ones that are with you. And then somewhere about 14, they're going to school, or maybe if you started children right after you married, the children are going into junior high or whatever. So
they're becoming teenagers.
So you're having to parent, and hopefully you're parenting together. And then there's that 21, whenever these little urchins grow up and move away. Recently, my niece and her husband came to visit us. Their children have finished school and moved out. They realized they had couple friends that were not making it because the children had been their sole life.
Yeah.
And they didn't want that.
They were splitting up and going their own separate ways.
So I was very proud of them. I would suggest to you, if you have children that are soon to be leaving your nest, to start taking weekend trips away, vacations without your children. Because God said to leave your father and mother and cleave to each other. Not your children, but that we are to train them to grow up.
General rule is when your youngest child hits 13 years old, take a 1 week's vacation with the family and 1 week vacation with your spouse.
Reacquaint yourselves.
Yes.
I recently found a letter that a young lady had written me over 25 years ago. We had inspired her in her own marriage. I can remember getting that letter and just boo-hooing because you don't realize you have people watching you. I always want to be the type of person that you can follow me because I want to lead you in the right direction.
If you're a couple and you don't have a mentor that's not family, that's close to both of you, that'll tell you the truth, that will knock you on the head whenever you're doing wrong and hug you up whenever you need it. You need that in your life. You need somebody you can talk to. A third party will tell you the truth.
We're working on our marriage class to be able to provide that in the future. So if you'd like to know about it when it comes out, send us your email. We'll put information in the description below.
And remember to subscribe.
Like and hit the notification bell.
Is that mine to say or yours to say?
I don't know.
Neither. It is possible to stay together for 50 years and be happy. I'm a pain.
You're a pain.
It's a privilege to be married to you for 50 years.
How would you like for the end of it to be? Ready?
Maybe. Love you.